Okay, I just quickly put together a slide about Sabrina, her case study. I won't go over the whole thing right here because I want to keep it under 5 minutes. So let's just move on to the next slide. So we'll just look at some of her strengths. So unfortunately, Sabrina has many struggles, but there are strengths there. So parents are motivated and they want to help. They want what's best for their daughter. However, they can't help with work. So it seems other supports they will be able to help. Sabrina is motivated to fit in and to make friends, which is really great. She wants to connect with students. She wants to be part of the school fabric. She's not rejecting her new home. She wants to be part of it, which is great. Unfortunately for Sabrina, her struggles are much more numerous. She has cerebral palsy. She has trauma from past experiences, possible, I shouldn't say. She's probably lonely at school, hence why she wants to fit in. She doesn't feel like she fits in. She has fine motor skill problems. She's a beginning LL learner. Sorry, too many L's there. English learner, language learner. She missed 4 years of school while she was in a refugee camp, so there's going to be gaps in her knowledge. Like I said, there is a math deficit due to her missed work or missed time, and she also has an upcoming leave for surgery that she'll be gone for a few months while she has her spine straightened. So a very serious surgery that will lead to a lot of time away from school. And finally, parents are unable to support her schoolwork. It seems like they support everything else, but maybe because of language barriers, they're unable to support her at school. All right, so supports and adaptations, I kind of put into 3 categories: English skills, math skills, and social, emotional, and physical well-being. And these aren't mutually exclusive, but these are the general categories. And yes, the English skills really will connect to social, emotional, math with English. All those will connect. And also class-wide adaptations and supports as well. So language supports, the 2 main language supports would be connect Sabrina with a language partner, so a more mature student who's willing to talk and help and explain things to her. As great as an EA is, connections with peers is really important. EAs are amazing and they do great work, but we want to foster her connection as well, working our skills. So also on that same vein, we create an all-girls group with a counselor or a resource teacher that to help connect to a broader group and also to possibly work on any trauma that is in the school. I have a link to an example and purpose of those. So for math supports, I would probably have Sabrina on a modified program, so completely different than our curricular outcomes, just because I'm not sure what her ability is, just to get her up to speed, fill in those holes and those deficits before I'd put her on an adapted program. Prepare work and support for Sabrina so she will not fall too far behind when she goes in for surgery. So just like the summer slide, whatever progress we do make during the year, we hope we don't lose that when she goes to surgery. And finally, ensure Sabrina has access to mathematical word banks, so anytime we are talking, all the mathematical jargon is in more accessible language and understood. Finally, I think this is the most important for Sabrina, social, emotional, and physical support. So Sabrina would work with an EA with dictation and through a program, and use the EA as a scribe. The ideal goal would be that she would be independently be able to use a dictation program without EA support. That's where we want to get to. So we'll always have that in mind because independence is a big factor that we have to bring into her life. We'd use trauma-informed practices to help with any trauma Sabrina had undergone due to her times as a refugee. Another link right there. And finally, the summer slide, losing support, is also social emotional. So as a class, we create cards to send to Sabrina when she's recovering for surgery. Remind her that she's not forgotten in the class, because if you make connections and she's gone for 3-4 months, those connections will dry up. So really want to ensure those connections stay. Set up home visits during Sabrina's recovery, either for EAs, myself, support workers, other students, once again, just to know that they are supported, and we're still there. Our supports are still there. And finally, as a class, this will be done kind of classroom things, because I think math support will take a backseat to social emotional, because that area must be met before the student can really learn academic. But talk to the class the importance of diversity and patience. So we're in this together. This is not only a student, this is all of our responsibility to promote inclusion within the class. So I teach grade 8, and so we can assume that Sabrina's in grade 8. We eat our food in the classroom, making sure that you have somebody to sit with, that she's included in activities, that she doesn't feel alone in the classroom. Okay, thanks for watching. That's just over 5 minutes, so I'm